Hey, how was your vacation, Anthony?
Oh, I had a wonderful time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually did. I had a good time, but under certain circumstances, most people would have had a crappy time. I did not know. I usually take Royal Caribbean cruises. I enjoy that cruise line. This time, we took Norwegian Cruise Lines because the ship was going through the Panama Canal. And they have that Panama Canal cruise. The ship I was on last time, the Royal Caribbean one, wouldn't fit through the canal. So this ship barely fit. I swear, that was kind of cool because it was only like a couple of inches of clearance on either side of the canal.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding at all. To put this ship through. There's like these train cars with cables on them that are pulling your ship through this. This ship is giant. And it's pulling it through the canal and keeping it from, ramming into one side or the other. And they do this all day. And tankers are passing you going the other way. And then they raise up the water. And you go into the next lock. And then you go into a lake. And they raise up the water when you go into the next lock.
I got a very simple question.
Sure.
Why not make it wider?
They are. They are making it wider.
Finally?
Yep. And that should be done by the year 3000. I don't know how. But you read some of the history of it because it was built in like 1913. And like hundreds of thousands of people died of malaria building it. Those are the good old days. Jesus.
Why don't they just put little robotic feet on the bottom of the boat?
And let them lift themselves up and walk across the ground.
Waka waka.
We should have that here in the future. Yeah, it was a Panama Canal trip. It was from Miami, around the canal, to L.A.
Hope you had a nice cruise, Arnold.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to lose affiliates because you decide you needed to see the Panama Canal.
You know something? Then they weren't worth us keeping.
Absolutely.
If we were hanging on by a thread like that, screw them, I say.
I just need to hear that they care.
We care.
Oh, go
shut up.
Screw.
I have 14 people in my group.
Yeah?
Parents, friends, my brother, sister, their significant others, my girlfriend, her sister and husband, just a lot of people. And a shipload of elderly people. See, yeah, when I went on the Royal Caribbean cruise, we went down to the islands, in the Caribbean, and a lot of young people. I mean, and you go past that pool or the hot tub, you're guaranteed to see some fine ass in there. This cruise, I walked through the common area where the big pool is and saw bodies that should belong on the ground in Jonestown, dead. They were bloated and purple, skin tags all over the place. I could not think of going in that pool.
Did you think about me?
Why?
Well, because my theory on old people, they already started dying. Parts of their body are
rotting
dying.
away. And then as we're walking through, somebody, I forgot who it was, but said, "Look at the people's feet." And I went, no, and then I couldn't stop looking.
They were all in sandals?
No, they were barefoot. But that's the first part of an old person that starts rotting.
Dying.
Are their feet. They were twisted, different colors of purple with veins, toenails that looked like Doritos glued to the end of their toes. I swear to you. Just disgusting. Frito's corn chip little toenail curling around. Just disgusting. And thank God we had this big group, like I said, and we had our own deck, pretty much, our own section of rooms and a pool area and everything that was just meant for us. So we didn't have to hang out with the old people. But you had to take the elevators and things like that. And one time in the elevator, a couple comes in and looks at me and said, "It's so nice to see some young people on this cruise, but it must be disappointing." I was like, "No, it's fine." And then I'm thinking, I'm the young person on the cruise.
Who's the couple, Norman and Ethel Fair?
She was talking about her other cruise she was on when it hit an iceberg. Went down in the North Atlantic. You might have heard of it.
What was the average age?
Dude, there were people. Actually, there was an average age of 68 years old.
How did you really?
Yeah. They said the average age of the people on this ship were 67, 68 years old. Ancient people. Well, more walkers and wheelchairs than I've ever seen in my life. And you got to do something. At the beginning, you do this where you go to your muster station with your life jacket on. And that's where you're supposed to go in the event of a sinking emergency, something like that, to get on your lifeboat stations. And me and my girlfriend are just looking around going, all right, let's look. Dead, so completely dead. You ain't even making it off the ship. Me? I'm pulling a George Costanza. Out of the way! Out of the way! I'm getting right to the lifeboats because then we're pointing out the people that are going to screw it up, and there'll be 80 dead people behind them because they screwed up in the hall. Where am I going? I don't know where to go. Bunch of senile old people.
Well, obviously, you said in the office, 2 weeks, Panama Canal. Who has 2 weeks to take off?
That's what I heard.
Unless you're a shock jock.
Shock jocks and retired people.
Do they even care?
That's what it was. Just the old people cruise. But what was great is we had the run of the place after like 9 o'clock at night.
I can imagine.
9 o'clock at night.
It was like you had your own ship.
It was our own ship. They were all asleep. They were in bed. We had the run of every place on the ship. We were eating at this one restaurant, and I'm overlooking like this huge atrium area, and not one person is going by. One guy came by, and he was vacuuming. You just heard, it's a cruise ship, and they're asleep. Then we did. Then we just said, screw it. You know, I don't care who's on this boat. We're just doing, everything we do anyway. So I really turned into a complete raging alcoholic for 2 weeks. It was more drinking than I've done in 5 years.
Jimmy, did he just say turned into?
Yeah. Turned into.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Well, now of late, about the last 5 years or so, I don't drink that much.
You brought it down a notch or two, sure.
Notch or two? Holy moly. I would have gone through 6 by now. Yeah, no, on there, I swear to God, you get on these cruises, you just drink. Mm-hmm. Drink like a madman. So we did bombed bowling. There's bowling alleys on this ship. And one night, we hit some rough seas, and we're hammered. And Patrick brought up this, which I found it interesting and kind of funny. When you're on a plane, and the plane is pitching and moving like this ship was that night because it was slamming. We ran into some chop where this thing was really moving around. You're slamming against walls. If you're on a plane in that situation, they tell you to go to your seat, buckle your seatbelt, the stewardess buckles in, you can't get up to go to the bathroom. On a cruise ship, they tell you to drink and bowl. That's it. Hey, whatever you want to do. Walk around. The thing was pitching like crazy, so we're doing bomb bowling.
Were you scared?
No, not scared, but I was scared I was going to get sick, but I didn't. The more you drink on the boats, the worse it gets. You don't get sick. You don't even think about it. It's like a better buzz. You kind of, but it's funny because as you're walking back to your rooms, you're all drunk and laughing and smashing into the walls. You can't, because the hallways are kind of narrow on these cruise ships because they take up more room. You don't want a big, thick hallway to take up all that room. So they're thin, and the sea is going crazy. You're drunk, so you're smashing into the walls, just laughing your ass off.
But if you're drunk, aren't you supposed to walk perfectly straight?
It's supposed to compensate for the. No, it didn't. It didn't work like that. But we did bombed bowling, and there's nothing funnier than when you're throwing a bowling ball and it's going right toward the pocket, and then it's a gutter ball at the last 5 feet.
That would be
It's fun. Like, can you figure this out on the sea? Because it's not really working. The idea's good. You have a bowling alley on your boat. Fantastic. My ball just curved in the last 5 feet.
That would be hilarious.
It was. We were laughing our asses off. Just drunk the whole time. And then we disembarked in a few great locations. Acapulco, I missed Acapulco. Didn't even get off the boat.
Why?
Because the night before, I had spent in the casino drinking heavily. And I am proud to say that I walked up to the blackjack table with $500 and walked away. That was at about 9 p.m. I walked away at 7 a.m. from the blackjack table with $11,000.
Card counting?
From $500.
Card counting.
No, not card counting.
Yes.
Incredible luck. It was a battle. I mean, the dealers that they had, it wasn't a steady climb. It was, they would take me down. I'd come back up again. But I gave it all back.
Of course you did.
$11,000 went right back to the casino.
The next day?
No, over the course of the rest of the trip. I have a problem.
Yes, you do.
I can't hold on to my winnings.
You're an addict.
I love it.
You're a junkie.
Well, let me tell you this, too. They had 4 poker tournaments, 4 Hold'em tournaments. I came in first, second, and 2/3 on the 4 tournaments.
For how much?
And twice of the 2 of the times, me and my girlfriend were head-to-head against each other. We were the last 2 left. And she won 1, and I won 1.
Hey, you were playing against old dudes.
People. Tell me about it. They couldn't even, see the cards sometimes. And they will, I swear to you, they were like, the cards are so far away. and the dealer had to slide the cards over so they see, and they couldn't figure it out. The guy, what was the bet? How much are these chips worth? And I'm just sitting there like, phew, turkey shoot.
You bully. What else did you do to the old people? Were you boxing champion of the boat?
I won the boxing event.
What a creep.
I was really awful to these old folk.
This is going to be a movie.
I was horrid to the old folk.
Oh, it's that bully again as you're muscling your way down the hallway.
Time for the swimming competition.
I did feel bad just walking. Just walking, I was a couple of the poker tournaments. I got out of the room a little late, and I had to really hurry down to the casino. So I'm kind of running, and I'm looking at these people, just looking at me, going, "I remember doing that.
Really?
I remember that." And then you try really hard. What was that, Jim?
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I was, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh.
No, you didn't want to get fired.
At the beginning.
By the AARP.
But AARP is going to creep in now. Old people.
I was going to say another award, Anthony. One was cleanest underwear. You had that one by the first night.
Another thing you try to do on the cruises. Now, I've been going to the gym.
Speaking of poker, hold on a minute, because you're changing subjects.
Oh.
The ONA poker tournament's on the, in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
May 19th in the New Orleans Ballroom at the Showboat in Atlantic City. Over $30,000 in potential prizes, $100 to play, and a chance to win the guaranteed $20,000 first place prize. Spots are limited, so register early.
They're all old people.
We're doing a poker tournament down in Atlantic City on May 19th. Join us at the official after party at Club Worship in the House of Blues at 10 p.m. Must be 21 years or older to participate. How do they register for this poker tournament? Do we know? I just know it's happening in person? All right, the poker tournament, the ONA poker tournament, May 19th, New Orleans Ballroom at the Showboat in Atlantic City. $20,000 first place prize. Ant's playing in it.
Oh, yeah.
They want me to play. I'm not going to play. I'll watch.
Give it a shot.
Something. But anyway, because you were going to change the subject.
Yeah, well, I was going to say I felt guilty doing certain things that everybody does on a daily basis, like walking fast. Because these old people kind of look at you. And then you always start the beginning of the cruise. I've been going to the gym and stuff, trying to, keep healthy. And so there's this huge, beautiful gym on the ship. Went there. And we were making this agreement, me and my girlfriend, we're going to take the stairs. No elevators for us. We're taking the stairs. So doing that, I'm running up the stairs, 13 flights of stairs, 2 at a time. Just bam, bam. I hit that last step and completely lost my legs. They were numb at that point. But it was good, That lasts for a couple of days. Then you fall into, where's another cream puff? These cream puffs, they put them right in your room and you just shove in your face. Where do I got to go? From the 4th floor to the 5th? Ding, elevator. You just become this mess A mushy mess. And the last thing was the paranoia of you don't want to be on the SS Poopy ship. That is where you read about how a ship had to come into port and decontaminate it because everybody had gotten diarrhea on the ship. Apparently that had happened on this very ship the last time out. So everyone was completely paranoid.
So you know they had microscopic poopy somewhere on the ship.
Somewhere. So it was going on.
Yeah.
But they got these little globes of disinfectant stuff, you know, like Purell or whatever.
How do you get the poopy
all
disease,
over the place?
by the way?
Yeah, is that from food or from
that
touching?
is from touching somebody else with the poopy disease.
And it's all old people, so you know
It's old folks.
they're not taking care of business.
No!
You know there's something going on.
That's what it is. It's old people spreading this poopy disease on the ships. It's horrible. So every 2 seconds, I'm washing my hands, and they tell you in your little booklet that you get, it says, don't shake hands with people at public events. Don't touch anybody. Wash your hands many times and use the disinfectant around the ship. And that's exactly what I was doing. And even the captain, there was this big event that the captain was at, this VIP event. So you were all there. We were up in the lounge with the captain. And these people were going up and they'd go, hello, sir, and stick their hand out. And the captain actually pulled this move where he turned around and kind of looks up. Like, I'm not shaking anyone's hand.
Like I have to inspect that chandelier.
Yeah, that's my ship. He's the captain. He can't get the poopy disease.
Right.
Who would steer the ship?
He can sit while he steers.
It's a big toilet bowl behind the wheel.
Bucket.
We took
Give him Gordon's fisherman's bucket.
We took 2 weeks off so you could avoid the poopy disease.
I avoided the poopy disease.
Maybe we don't care.
Thank God. And then I think my mother had a hangover one day, and it was interpreted as the poopy disease, and her and Sal were quarantined in their room for 24 hours. Sal had to sit with my mom for 24 hours because he couldn't go to the casino or nothing.
She had the poopy disease?
Because the ship thought it, and since he was in close proximity, he had to stay in there with her.
Wait. The ship decided?
The ship said you're quarantined for 24
I thought
hours.
your mom decided.
Nope, you can't leave the room. Can't leave the room.
Wait, how did that come about?
Because she had upset stomach
And went
and
down
she
to the infirmary
puked.
or whatever?
And yeah, they sent down for the infirmary. The doc came up, gave her a shot, and said, "Okay, you stay in the room for 24 hours. You're both a quarantine." So Sal just had to sit there pacing, and he loves the casino too.
Wait, how do they know you're not leaving the thing?
I guess if they see you around,
Handcuffs.
yeah, if they see you around, you probably get into some kind of trouble.
Like what?
What kind of trouble? You're in the middle of the ocean.
They'll probably put you back in your room and maybe post a guard. I have no idea, but you're quarantined. You're not allowed to leave.
Were you on the SS Kane?
Strawberries.
It was rifling through
I
strawberries.
tell you, they called me Old Yellowstain.
All right, we got a break. More vacation stories on the way. My kid has a hair lip.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Can we talk to that person?
Yeah, after the break, Steve, we'll talk to you. It's Opie and Anthony.